again. This is Doc Rotten from Horror News Radio and Gruesome Magazine. Joining me tonight is the one and only Jeff Mohr. He's here to talk about a sci-fi thriller called Radius. This sounds like it's right up his alley. Jeff, how you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Am I right? Is this a film that just kind of appeals to you?
It is. I've written in several reviews that I like what the heck moments types of movies where you're like going, what the heck is going on? And this is one of those. I was attracted to Radius because of the male star, Diego Klattenhoff, who has been a regular on the Blacklist on television, also did 2 or 3 seasons on Homeland and a variety of other television shows. So very familiar face. And the female lead, Charlotte Sullivan, plays a character named Jane Doe, and Diego is Liam, and there's only really one other character that you learn anything about. So the story opens with Klattenhoff, or Liam, sort of coming to. He's been in an accident. He doesn't know where he is. He goes walking down the road. A car's driving towards him, and he runs out to wave him down. And just before the car gets there, it kind of veers into the ditch, and he walks over, and the woman that's driving it is dead, and her eyes are all like milky, filmed over white. So he gets her out of the car, gets into the car, drives into town, goes to a diner, and same thing. Everybody in the diner is like collapsed, fell over in their food. It's already happened before he walked in the door. Another car drives by and crashes into a building. The guy's dead. So that's kind of the setup. In the meantime, Jane Doe turns up, and I don't think it doesn't take him very long to figure this out, so I'm going to give this part away. But it turns out that if he gets within a certain radius of people, they fall over dead. So he spends a lot of time trying to avoid doing that. And this woman walks up and walks right up to him before he knows what's going on, and she's not affected. And she can't remember who she is. And so they call her Jane for Jane Doe, and the two go. The rest of the film is basically kind of a journey of trying to figure out what's going on and how to get out of it or how to correct it. So very atmospheric. Very what the heck is going on. There's not a lot of action, and there's some parts that I think some people might think are slow, but I was engrossed in it, and I plan to watch it again.
It sounds very much like a Twilight Zone episode.
It's a lot like that. It kind of reminded me, too, a little bit of Village of the Damned.
Ooh.
You know, the setup where all the people fall over. They're not dead, but they fall over for a while, then they get up, and they never do figure out what's going on. So as it turns out, she's not affected by it, and she's sort of like the cure. So as long as he's with her, nobody's hurt. But if they get separated and somebody's closer to him than her, they fall over dead. And there's really a lot of interesting things that go on. And there's still a lot of things I haven't given away. There's a couple of pretty big twists that happen later on that are really take the whole idea. They really explore that premise from a lot of different angles. I enjoyed it.
Well, I was going to say, it sounds like you enjoyed it quite a bit. So let's find out what your score is, 1 to 5, and your favorite scene for the film Radius.
Score, I'm going to say 4. And favorite scene, I'm going to say the ending scene, and I really can't tell you what happens.
You like the ending, which you can't.
Well, I just like the whole idea. You know, like when he figures out that he's killing people just by getting too close to him, that's pretty impressive. So I'll say that one because I already gave that away. But there's a lot of reveals throughout this film that are like, oh, wow, that's different. So
very good.
Worth the watch.
Well, you had me when you said you would watch it again. So, Jeff, thank you again for another great review. Let's say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
Be sure to visit GruesomeMagazine.com to listen to the other Gruesome podcasts, Hard News Radio, and decades of horror. Also, check out the Gruesome Magazine Quarterly, available in digital and print-on-demand format.
Gruesome Magazine.